Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Liz and this is A Catholic Mother's Journey. I'm really pleased you're joining me today. So today I felt like the Lord was leading me to talk about sharing our testimonies with others. So last time, if you saw my last video, I talked about the boldness we need to go out and share our faith with others. So on a similar note today, it's using our testimonies to draw others to the faith and how our testimonies are our opportunity to share our faith with others. So when I say testimonies, that might be when the Lord has helped you in a difficult experience, a challenge that you've had in life, or the Lord has answered a prayer that you had, for yourself or a family member or a loved one, maybe a healing, a physical healing, whatever it is, we all have our own testimony. Or it might be that you didn't used to believe and then maybe you had a very powerful experience of conversion and that's your testimony. But these are our opportunities to share our faith with others. So my testimony is that my son George, who is 9 years old, is profoundly disabled, and as a baby he became very ill and developed brain damage. And he cannot walk or talk and has a number of physical problems. I'm his carer. And that's been a very difficult situation for me and my family. But over the course of many years, that situation of heartbreak and difficulty, it really did change things for me in terms of my faith. So I went from being, a lukewarm, I would say, Christian, to getting to the point where things were just turned upside down for me. I just surrendered everything to the Lord and learnt that I had to rely on him for everything. So I had a very profound experience of coming to Jesus. If you've not seen my testimony video already, please do watch that. I'll link to that in the description box below so you can see that. So that testimony of mine is my opportunity to share with others. So with George and his disability, profound disability, we spend a lot of time with his medical needs. We spend a lot of time in hospitals. We see a lot of doctors and a lot of nurses. We come across a lot of other parents of children with disabilities and special needs. And so that is my opportunity to share my faith with those people. Those circumstances have arisen in my life, and I'm able to share my faith with others when I wouldn't have been able to do so otherwise. I may not have come across them at all, or they may not have been inclined to listen to me share my faith with them. So that's my opportunity to share with them. And sometimes, the Lord does allow you to go through suffering, through difficult situations, so that you can then use your testimony and witness to others who are experiencing similar difficulties, similar difficult situations. So he uses those situations for you to encourage others and draw them to the faith as well. He does work all things for good. What looks like a very difficult situation, he can use for good. Your testimony might not be the same as mine, and I'm not necessarily have to go out and preach on the streets and share with everybody what your testimony is. I mean, maybe the Lord is calling you to do that, I don't know, but it might just be, the next time you're with a friend and you're having a coffee and you're having a chat and they say to you, oh, you're so strong, to get through that difficult experience you've got through. Or they say, isn't it amazing that that person in your family is much better than they were? Maybe they were suffering from a physical illness or something like that. And, maybe that's your opportunity to say, well, it's my faith that got me through that difficult situation. The Lord gave me the grace to get through that situation. Or my prayer was answered in that situation for that child, that family member, that friend, whoever it was, to be healed, or that situation to change. Maybe it's those moments where the Holy Spirit is prompting you to share your testimony. Now, sometimes we don't have very much time to share our testimony, so we have to be practiced and prepared to do it. We have to look out for those opportunities. Sometimes the window of opportunity is very short indeed. It might only be a few seconds. And sometimes we need to practice our testimonies at home on our own so that we're ready. It might just be, for example, someone says, how did you get through that painful experience? And all you have time to say is, well, my faith helped me through it. My faith is important to me. My faith helped me through it. That's often how I share with other people. They might say to me, oh, you're so strong. How do you cope with the demands of having a disabled child? Well, I often just say to that, well, my faith has really helped me. The Lord gives me grace to get through it every single day. You know, that might be all you have the time to say. Hopefully you might have a bit more time sometimes to share a bit more, but sometimes it's just very quick, so we have to be ready and looking out for those opportunities. And the more we step out and use those opportunities to share, the more grace the Lord will give us, and he will highlight more opportunities to us, and we will get more in the flow of doing it. And as I said last week, if you start doing this, you might be surprised how many receptive people there are out there to your story. Not everyone, but you might be surprised the people who do want to listen to you and who are interested in your testimony. So I hope that video has blessed and encouraged you. Please do take a moment to like and share the video with anyone who comes to mind when you're watching it. It's not just for Catholics, it's for everybody. So please do share as you feel led. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a blessed day, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. So until then, God bless. Bye.